Well, got ourselves a leaky water pump today. It's probably more than just leaking. It's probably like I bet the impeller is broken too because I've been hearing some chattering and squealing down there for a while. In fact, so much so that I had already bought the new pump, so we already got the new one ready and waiting. I've had this for like 4 months just sitting, being a little bit too lazy to change it, but she's leaking coolant now, so it has to be changed. Like I topped this reservoir off up to about here this morning. We drove into town and back, and it's already down to here, so she's leaking quite a bit from the bottom. So we'll go ahead and swap it out. Shouldn't be too hard. Just got to drain the radiator. Before it calls for you to remove the degas tank or overflow tank, but I don't think we'll need to. Do need to remove this intake, probably this electronic throttle, and she's down there with those 3 bolts there. Should come right off. On this side here, you got this thermostat housing, which is attached to this is the water pump back here where my finger is, and this is the thermostat attached to it, so we'll have to take off this thermostat housing, and that's about it. And there's a hose attached to the top of it, a coolant hose that's attached with a bolt that'll come off easy. On this particular pump, I also needed to replace it because I broke the bolt off into the top of that housing. Let me show you. There's a hose that goes up there, secured down with a bolt. Right here, actually. This pump sits like this in the vehicle. There's a hose that goes here. It has a little flange that has a hole in it that's secure with a bolt. I broke the bolt off into here, so this wasn't down all the way. I had to seal it with sealant. It leaked a bit, but after I got the right sealant, it stopped leaking. It was all good. So, like I said, I've been needing to replace it. So let's get to it. That bolt, by the way, is an M6. If anybody else broke it, M6 by 1. So just in case you needed to replace it, there you go. Couldn't find it on Ford Parts website, so that's why I'm letting you guys know. Anyways, let's start taking stuff off. All right, there is the drain valve for the radiator, the red thing. You just need to stick a flat head in there and turn it, and then you see the little spout on the left there. You want to put a bit of hose on the end of that so you can direct the coolant to go where you want it to go. I have some holes here. I got 2 different sizes. I think this is a 1/4 and this is a 3/8 holes. I think this 3/8 will work, so let's try it, see what we can get. Let me see if I can hold the camera at the same time. Oh, she went right up there, so 5/8 hole it is. Hose it is. Just got an old gas can for a drain bucket. Let's get that view out. Let's stick this in there. We'll go ahead and give it a turn and see if she'll go. Well, you know what? I forgot to take the cap off. Got to do that because it'll just create vacuum and won't come out like it's supposed to. So there we go. Make sure that's off before you. I mean, you'll have to make sure, but if you want it all to come out and all to come out easily, then you want to make sure it's off. All right, now let's see what we got. Starting to hear it now. she's leaking on me. How about that? Instead of draining out of the hose like you're supposed to, it comes down on me. And it's not even coming out. Let me see how. It's like a trickle. It's hardly coming out. Maybe it's not a lot in there. Let me make sure I got the right drain spout. Yeah, it's the right spout. It's just slow, but it's slowly building up in there. And this was about right here when we started. Now we can't hardly see the line anymore. So we'll give that some time to drain, and then we'll get back to it. But I guess in the meantime, I can get started on this intake. So let me do that. Just got a couple of these clamps. Loosen her up. Right off. That off. Got a clamp right here to get this hose off so we can get this off. Easy day. Another clamp by the throttle. Take her off. That should be enough to get this off. Oh, I forgot. We got like a vacuum hose over here too. These are easy. You just push down on the tab on top of it and wiggle it off. There we go. And we also got a PVC hose on there. Also not too hard. I take it off from the valve cover because it's a little bit easier for me. And boom, all off. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take this hose off because it's all connected with this this three-way joint here. It's connected to this, and this. So I can't just remove this from the pump, or else I won't be able to get in there like I want to. So there's just a hose clamp up here I'm gonna take off. That way when I take this off, the whole thing will just come out. So that's the plan. All right, so I completely forgot I bought this special pair of pliers just for hose clamps that are in not easy to reach places. Basically, this part here goes on the hose clamp, and I can use this to tighten it. See, easily has a little release right here, but I bought this, never used it. So let's go ahead and see if it works. So I just gotta get this part on the clamp. Squeeze down on this. Oh. Looks like it worked. The hose clamp is pinched. Let's see. So I guess actually I'll just leave it like that, pinched. And then when I get this thermostat off down here, I can just take the whole thing off. So they look like 10 mil. Let me go get a 10 mil. We can get at it. Nope. Actually an 8 mil. Right. She should come off now. Yep, she's loose. So when I pull that, this hose up top should also come off because we got the clamp tool on it. So let's see. Ooh, she's hot. Might need to put a little bit more force on there. Oh no, the clamp is loose. Just need a good yank. I'm gonna go get something to stand on. All right, let's get a few yanks and twisting real quick. Let's see if I can get the clamp pushed back some. There we go. I just had to squeeze it a bit more so I can loosen up some more. Let's see what we got, man. Yep. She's sliding off. And we got her. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this up. Take it on. All right, so all of this is off now. I can go ahead and get it pinned back. Let's make sure it doesn't come forward. Let's show this so you can see how that worked. Not bad. Did the job. Let me place it to the side. Okay. Okay. So this is where we're at now. We just took that off. That's the thermostat housing. Right here, we just pinned back. That's the broken screw at the top of this flange I was telling you guys about. You can see it's still down in there. So there's that. Now we just need to take this serpentine belt off, take off these bolts, take that off, and then there's 4 bolts to that.
Yeah, you making those little noises.
Alright, so we just gotta get this serpentine belt off. Got a breaker bar. And it's that easy.
I'll let you get on to it.
Okay. Alright. Nah. Alright. Alright, got it now. Let's see if these holes can stay back like we asked it. Okay, cool. Alright, now we just got these three. Oh, let me get my camera right. Got these 3 bolts. Oh, it actually don't sound too bad. If that impeller was messed up, that should sound bad, unless it's like super bad and the impeller fans are already broken off and circulating through the system a long time ago. So let's get it off and see. See what size they are. They actual 10s. Hopefully the study impact can fit. Oh yeah, we can make it work. I really need to get that Milwaukee impacting ratchet. I think that would help out a lot around here. One. Trying to hold the camera and do this at the same time. Let me get a better setup. All right. Now let's check this bearing. There's a little bit of play. This isn't smooth, but doesn't actually seem that bad. Let's do the 4 actual water pump bolts now. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3. 3. Ooh, look at that. We broke the extension. 3, you can't be that tight, 3. What's going on, 3? Ooh. Let me put something else on there. Come on, 3. I know you want to come off. There we go, 3, see? It's not that bad. 3 just didn't want the impact telling it what to do. See? 3 just want to be stubborn. Alright. Got you. That's number 3. Let's get these other bolts out, then we'll find 4. Now, Mr. 4, where you at, Mr. 4? Can't even see you. That's 3. Oh, there go Mr. 4. Mr. 4 off camera, he's shy. It's alright, we can get to you. Everybody got. Don't nobody get away. Coming on. Let me see. Ooh, there we go. Ain't nothing but a thing. 4 coming on. Like I'm probably loosening the timing cover or something. No matter. Oh nah, she wiggling. That's her. She wiggling. When she get loose, she wiggle. And she wiggle when she get loose. Oh, we got a plane overhead. Military C-130 maybe. Nice. And this the hose that I sealed down with sealant because the bolt was broke. So she should just pull up with some wigglation. Oh, and she did. With some wigglation, she pulled right on up. Let's put her out the way. And you can see my sealant job there. But it worked. That held up for like a year or 2. So I'm not mad at it. I'm not ashamed of it. We changing it now, though. All right, let me get a little prime motion in here because she's a little stuck. She hot too. Come on. That O-ring can't be that bad. There we go. Walking up. Oh, gosh, oh my. Ooh. It's a good thing I had a big truck-sized catch pan down there that caught every last drop of that, and none of it went to the ground. Not a drop. I'm not gonna show you, but take my word for it. All of it got caught, and it will be taken somewhere to be disposed of properly. Oh shit, still being caught, huh? God damn it. See, you even try to drain it the right way, and guess what happens? Still a lot in the system. Oh, look at that. This water pump not too bad. Impeller's still intact. Oh, we got a bit of the O-ring missing, that's all. O-ring went bad. See, I could have got away with just the O-ring. Is that what you telling me? I could have got away with an O-ring? Nah, it's good though. Yeah, look at that. Impeller good. Bearing ain't too bad. It's just this O-ring. right there. Got a piece of the O-ring sitting here. All right, time for the new one. Oh. Come on, buddy. Your O-ring is good. You got you some new gaskets. I got some screws that might work. We good to go, man. Got some sealant too. I'm finna put some sealant up there. Nothing worse than buttoning everything back up and it's still leaking. So we ain't gonna play with it. We can put some sealant up there. We don't want nothing to leak no time soon. I probably put some sealant up there too, just to be safe, even though I got the hole and some sealant right there. Let me do that and come right back. Alright, so I do want to show one of the differences between the old one and the new one. That doesn't seem like much, but check this out. I don't know if y'all can see that or hear it, but there's play. It's a little bit of play, but it's enough when tolerances and clearances are really tight. If you have a rotating assembly that has any type of play or noise, it can be highlighted or way more significant than what it looks like, just playing with it like this. And this one doesn't have anything at all. I can't move it whatsoever. So that was probably the difference in why I heard noises and everything, other than the O-ring leaking. So also, these particular pumps on these engines, they sit up like this on the engine, and you'll notice all around it has a flange, except for right there, no flange. So that part is purely reliant on the O-ring to keep the water in the system, and that part sits on the bottom as it sits like this. So that's a failure point. That's probably where mine failed at, but we RTV'd her and put a little extra where that failure point is, so we should be good to go. You can go ahead and install it now. All right, let's get her in. Just get it pushed in without messing up the O-ring. All right, she went in pretty easy. See if we can get a bolt started. Now she's seated now. We got one bolt started. Let's go for two. Got to be careful tightening this down. You don't want to do it too fast, or if it gives you any resistance, you want to stop, because you can cut the O-ring or damage it, and then you're screwed, because that's the whole reason you're in here. So just be careful tightening this down. Don't put the impact on it and just hammer it home. This is not one of those instances. All right, those are impact to snug them up. Just be careful not to send it home. And now we get the ratchet. And we'll go and snug them up. Of course, we snug into the correct torque spec, which is whatever I think it should be. Foot pounds. So nah, I do recommend you snug it down to the correct torque spec, so if something can happen, like, you know, with me when I broke the bolt up there, you don't want that to happen. But the day I did that, I was working on timing stuff, and that bolt was just in the way of me putting everything back together for like the second time. So it was one of those days, man. It's got the impact on everything, tightening everything up, trying to get it done. Went a little too hard and it snapped off, but it is what it is. We're replacing it now. All right, that one's good. Now let's get old 4 down here. And this is the last one. All right. The water pump is in. That is it. And we just got to put everything back together on the reverse. This hose right here, I'm gonna have to clean the sealant off and put a new O-ring on it. So let's do that. Oh yeah, look at that. Let me get like a scraper or something. Just use the old pocket knife. Alright, I got it as clean as it's gonna get. Let's get the new O-ring on there. Make sure that fits. That last O-ring had already flattened out, so yep, that fits. I'm not gonna put CTV on this because the O-ring should be sufficient. I don't want to see the sealant messing up the seal, because it can. If it's designed just for an O-ring, then try it just with an O-ring first before you go put any sealant on everything. A little bit of a tight fit. Wish I had some lubricant. Put a little WD on there. Just so we won't mess up the O-ring. There we go. She went in there good. You want it to go in there easy as possible so you don't mess the O-ring up. Now, I bought some screws. See if they fit. They thread in. But they might be a bit too long. Darn. I'm gonna have to cut it. Cut it or get some washers. Alright, so I ended up just cutting it. I didn't want to stack up washers and make it look all doofy. So yeah, I just cut like a 1/4 inch of it off, and hopefully it's good now. Shouldn't bottom out. Let me get the ratchet to get her snugged up. And that should be good. We do not want to make the same mistake we did last time and break it off. So let's see. Oh yeah, she snugged up good. We are good to go with that. Let's get this upper hose put back on and the thermostat put back on. Actually, let's get the pulley put back on first and the belt put back on, because it's going to be a little harder to navigate if I put that hose back on. So let's do that first. Let's keep it the same order. I'm gonna hit these with the impact, because they need to be snug. That is good to go. Let's see how to route this belt. Well, it looks like it's already pretty much good. So it goes like this. Yeah, okay. Dang it. Camera, stop falling. You got one job. Just stand up. I think she's up there. Yep, she looks seated and good to go. Okay, now let's do the upper hose and thermostat. Get the clamp over there. Oh. Clamp is on. Trying to get this clamp slid over the hose. Will say the hose clamp pliers are making it easier than what it could have been. Yep, she is up there. Now I should just be able to let this go. If I can get these things to release. There we go. Boom. That was easy. She is up there. Okay, cool. Now let's get those thermostat bolts on down there, and we're good. Just got two for these. So. Oh, you know what? There's a gasket for the thermostat. I forgot. Woo! Almost went and did it. Oh, man. We got this gasket to put on for the thermostat, but I just got that hose up there. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and send her home without the gasket, the new gasket, and I'll just save it. If it starts leaking, I'll go ahead and change it, but we already got her buttoned up enough to where I don't want to take it back off. So go ahead and send this home. One started. Two started. There we go. That should be plenty. Let's get some of these little miscellaneous hoses hooked back up. We had this one. That one goes there. That's for the intake. See, I'll just go ahead and put the intake back on. And get those hoses hooked up. We fill it with coolant and we call it a day. I gotta remember to go close that drain valve before I start trying to fill it back up, but hopefully that sound of dripping coolant will remind me. All right. Boom, bap, bow. I think that's everything besides the drain valve. Let me go plug that up. All right, I got the drain closed. Everything's buttoned up. Only thing left to do is fill this bad boy up with coolant and let her burp all the air out. I'll fill up this reservoir and then we'll start it. I thought I had a leak, but it's just some overspill. That was only like 3/4 of a gallon, so got some more. More of that Ford orange. second. Okay, I got her filled up to max. It's gonna take more than that, but we gotta get it started so this new pump can start taking it through the system. Moment of truth. Well, no clanking. So far, so good. No major leaks. Just let it sit here and run and wait for the coolant to go down. And we'll keep topping it off. I might have to drive it around a bit, but that's pretty much it. That's how you change the water pump. While you're waiting for it to burp and get the air out of the system, it's a good idea to go ahead and cut the heat on blast. That way it'll take most of the coolant and put it through the heater core as well, and give you some more room in this tank, the reservoir, to fill up. So just a tip.